Oz, the Great and Powerful. Woo! Starring James Franco, Mila Kunis, Michelle Williams, and the chick, the hot chick from The Mummy and Mummy Returns. I've forgotten her name. I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. Probably not the prequel people was wanting. I probably want that wicked Broadway book. I don't know what came first. Oh no, we'll probably will get it in the near future. But we're talking about this, and this is actually a pretty good film. I love the story. This is obviously about Oz, and I like how we see him like in Kansas, right? He's just carnival magician, he kind of woos the ladies, you know, he has his usual pickup lines and, you know, all his usual tricks, and, you know, fair enough, and he knows that he's a con artist, or he's not a great magician, but he wants to be, like, be great. He gets in this whirlpool and is into Oz, and the story opens up even more, and he's been promised this kind of big fortune as long as he kills the Wicked Witch. So he often goes and kills Wicked Witch, and he meets people along the way, like the Wizard of Oz. You know, he meets people along the way. I think that's pretty interesting, and they keep that kind of like tradition with the Wizard of Oz film. All the acting in this film is done superb. You probably like the guy from what was Snub Snack Afron? No, that's not it. I think no. The main guy from Scrubs. He's in the film. Like, he's the monkey guy, and do you know what? He was actually really good as the monkey. I actually really adored the monkey guy. You have James Franco. You know, he was actually, you know, pretty good. He I think suited the role well, because, you know, he's a charmer. He's got that Franco smile. But obviously, I think one of the best performances was Mila Kunis. At the start, you know, she was alright, but towards the end, she was getting a lot better. And do you know what? The end is something like I don't really want to spoil, because it literally sort of opens up like everything for like the Wizard of Oz. So I don't really want to spoil sort of too much. But all I will say is the end is pretty damn good, and I like what the sort of use of it. Without kind of like spoiling it, I know this is quite hard for me to review a film that I can't spoil, but it does hard to kind of spoil. But the end is quite satisfying. Do have a couple problems. The first one, I think that the length of the film is too long. I would have liked to see about 10-20 minutes cut off from it. Like, some scenes I think they just dragged it out sort of too much. The next thing is, I like the way Oz looks, but it reminds me too much of a Tim Burton film, and sadly when I was thinking about this film, I started thinking about who would characters play in the film. You know, obviously I would have thought, right, Johnny Depp would play would play Oz, Helen Barnacoda would probably play one of the, you know, the female leads. Not the good one, of course, obviously. I think Sacha Baron Cohen would have played, to be honest, that monkey, I think. You know, you just start thinking these little things and you're like, yeah, like that would have probably not worked out well. And you know what, fair enough, it did. I thought the use of 3D was good, but I want it to be a little bit like what Tron Legacy did, where, you know, real world, 2D, grid, 3D. I think they should have done it with that, you know, because there's a scene where they progression into colour, and I thought that would be a really good idea to progression into 3D. But they didn't, and not that I was expecting them to, but I think it would have been really cool. And then one of the other problems is, I would probably say is, I don't know, there's something else. I just don't think it has soul as much. Like oh, it has heart. It has heart, but it just doesn't have that little thing to make it an instant classic. Like it'll probably take like years, maybe a decade, for someone to go, do you know what? Actually, this film is actually a classic. regardless what people say, it's a classic. But I think it's going to take years for that to happen. With all that kind of like, you know, deep positive stuff, I say this is like a go out to the cinema day, go and see it. It's a really, really good film. You know, we've been needing something good like this for a long time now. Like, this year's been terrible for films so far. I would probably buy this on Blu-ray. I don't know if I would buy it straight away. Might wait a wee while. But this is like going in my Blu-ray collection pretty soon as day of release.